Let's next talk to Dr. Omer Shatz, the co-founder of Front-LEX, which challenges EU migration policies through the courts. Dr. Omer, welcome. Let's just first pick up on that point from our correspondent Ken, which I'm hoping you were able to hear, that Italy has gone as far as suspending Schengen free travel arrangements with Spain. I mean, I wonder, do you share the concerns of other EU countries watching this?
Not only I'm not sharing the concern, this is, with all due respect, ridiculous. Italy doesn't share any border with Spain, so there is nothing here to suspend. And under EU law, there is no way to suspend a member state from Schengen. This is only political moves instrumentalizing the suffering of people and the consequences of EU-own migration policies. And Italy is the last member state that can pronounce on the matter after several bodies, including the UN, the highest UN human rights body, that its agents are aiding and abetting crimes against humanity in the central Mediterranean route, namely from Libya to Italy. And they are receiving so many asylum seekers, and they are refraining from rescuing so many asylum seekers in distress at sea intentionally, causing the deaths of thousands, and they are the ones who are capturing asylees in the middle of the sea and send them to concentration camps in Libya to be tortured and raped. So Giorgia Meloni is the last politician in Europe that can pronounce against Prime Minister Sanchez.
They would, presumably, if they were here, not accept your characterization. But I want to ask you
it's not directly. It's the UN and the chief prosecutor of the ICC, Jamie. So it's not me saying, it's not my NGO, it's not some leftist agenda or whatever. This is really a determination of the fact-finding mission to Libya that Italian and European agents are aiding and abetting crimes against humanity. It's not the issue of our talk, so I don't have time to elaborate, but this is not me saying, it's the ICC chief prosecutor and the UN, the highest UN human rights body. So I'm just citing others here.
You would accept, presumably, that this is illegal immigration, isn't it?
No, not at all. Actually, and this is what I want to clarify maybe at the outset already. We can talk about the realpolitik, we can talk about the policies, the border policies and the migration policies of the EU and of Spain. But there is also something strange that is called the law, Spanish law, EU law, European law, and international refugee, human rights, and maritime law. And these bodies of law put in place rights that Spain and the EU as a whole are bound to comply with. They chose to engage in several conventions and treaties, and these treaties command that every person, for any reason whatsoever, can leave any country, and every person seeking international protection or asylum has a right to enter any country, including irregularly climbing fences, crossing deserts, navigating at seas, or swimming, as in this case. And what is required from the country, in this case Spain, is to filter, to individually assess those who are arriving, and those who are not entitled should be sent back. As you know, this is to a large extent a fake incident, unprecedented number of people, but unprecedented number of people who voluntarily already swam back to Morocco. So it's a non-issue anymore, but the right to live, the right to enter, the right to seek asylum. In order to enjoy one, you have to be able to seek asylum, so you have to enter. And of course, once you are there in Ceuta, you have to be provided with the minimal necessities like food, water, and so on that were not provided. So the obligation to refrain from cruel and degrading and inhumane treatment. And then we can talk about the removal. Who can be removed, and how can we distinguish between what you call economic migrants and those who are entitled for political protection from persecution, risk to liberty or life?
Omer, good to talk to you, and thank you very much indeed for your time. Dr. Omer Shatz, the co-founder of Front-LEX.